So now, ladies and gentlemen, live and in colour, it's Mr. Wayne Lovejuice.
The other day our producer Louis had a chat with an interesting chappie who said that the YouTube algorithm really aren't that happy if a channel only broadcasts once a week, so we decided we could text ya whenever we've got a piece of news in our new book on the track Xtra. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's John Dines. I'm the director of the Centre for Fortean Zoology, and welcome to another episode of On the Track Extra. For those of you who aren't in the know, every week on Saturday afternoons we bring you something like half an hour of this stuff, and every week on Wednesday evenings we bring you about half that. What is this stuff, I hear you ask? Well, it is a miscellany of hard science, weird shit, and surreality. What's surreality? Well, we've already covered that on so many occasions, but it does amuse me to be able to have the talking dog on.
I'm not going to demean myself telling the ridiculous viewers of this stupid show what surreality is when I've already told them that. So there.
Well, that tells us. As regular viewers of the show will know, we have just sent an expedition to Tajikistan, our second expedition. And in last Saturday's show we had an interview with Richard Freeman, a long interview about what he hoped to achieve. Well, we have another interview about the Tajikistan expedition because Dr. Daren Naish turned up on Zoom the other day to talk to me about something else which will be in, I believe, next Saturday's On the Track. And in the meantime, I took the opportunity to ask him what he hoped to achieve from the expedition. I don't care, really. So you're looking forward to Tajikistan?
I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. I've done just about everything I need to do. There's a few bits of clothing I think I need to get sorted, but yeah, I was just sorting out visas, and obviously flights have been arranged, accommodations arranged. We have been looking into, I've been in various discussions with various biologists I know about possible sampling techniques of various kinds. We're going to try and collect environmental DNA, and we've got various plans with cameras and so on. Now, I'm obviously not going out there with the expectation that we'll collect any information on potential cryptids. I'm obviously super interested in that, and whatever happens, that's great. My mostly anthropological interpretation of cryptozoology, my hypothesis that it's predominantly a sociocultural angle, which some people agree with and others fundamentally disagree with, that means that I am very keen to see what information we acquire, whoever we talk to, but I'm also super interested in whatever fieldwork we do, because as you can understand, I'm sure it's a part of the world where there's still a great many questions about all manner of things known and unknown. I did acquire, I have to hand here the Ayé's book to the birds of the region, and there's quite a few species where the limits of their range when it comes to Western Tajikistan, which is where we'll be, is still a little bit unknown. More data is required. So I'm not pretending that I'm a professional ornithologist or anything. I'm certainly not. But I look forward to the opportunity to, see stuff and record whatever we see. So, and finally, it's just a spectacular part of the world. I mean, everyone I know I know people that have been either on, as holidays or field work have been to that part of the world, not specifically Tajikistan, but adjacent countries. And they say it's one of the most spectacular, places to go in terms of the look of the landscape and the mountainous terrain. And yeah, so I can't wait.
And the cities, which are all so flat and got blue tiles everywhere you look.
Yeah, I've had a look at pictures of the capital of Tajikistan is Dushanbe, and we are staying in that's probably the incorrect pronunciation, but we're staying in a hotel there before we actually get out into the wilds. And yeah, that's an apt description. It's got that kind of, I've spent time in sort of northern Africa. Islamic architecture has got a very distinctive look, and it looks like some of the Central Asian stuff kind of has connections to that to a degree. So
I was in Tehran.
Yeah.
God, I was 8 or 9, so we're talking over 50 years ago. And I remember getting up, being woken up in the morning by the muezzin calling the faithful to prayer, going out into the veranda of the hotel room and seeing this whole beautiful flat city. I'm sure it's not now. I've seen big film of Tehran now, and it's nowhere near as beautiful as I remember it being when I was a little boy. But this wonderful flat city with all the blue tiles everywhere. And then Richard brought back pictures from the last time they went, and it looked so similar. So I have got...
Yeah, I've flown over Tehran, but never been to...
Well, obviously, I wish you all the luck in the world. The thing I'm hoping you're going to come back with isn't... I mean, yeah, it'd be great if you come back with environmental DNA of an unknown higher primate, but I'm hoping to come up with some more sightings and evidence for the Caspian Tiger. Because Richard did last time lots and lots and lots of sightings. And I don't see any reason why...
Yeah, so sorry, you don't see any reason why
it shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I've heard of these accounts, which it'll be interesting to know if that view is still current in the area, and if we get any evidence, well, that will be really amazing, and will potentially have relevance for an evolving story, which is to do with the relationship between the Caspian tiger and the Amur or Siberian tiger, because these aren't necessarily... There are different views among different experts, but some recent studies have found that probably the Caspian tiger and Siberian tiger were continuous, probably as recent as the 1800s, which then means that if you have tigers occurring today in areas that historically we would have associated with the so-called Caspian tiger, which certainly in the western part of its range obviously is extinct, but could you have Siberian tigers that are actually moving west again, which has been claimed on the basis of finds made in the Himalayas? So basically whatever we find, if we find any evidence for tigers, it will be significant, because you're either talking about relict populations of this, what used to be the subspecies known as the Caspian tiger, or are you talking about new movement of populations into the area. I mean, that's completely speculative, but those things are on the cards.
But
yeah. So fingers crossed.
Either of those would be bloody fantastic. And that's about it for this episode. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone involved. Dr. Daren Naish, my producer Louis, and I think that's about it. All the best and as much good luck as this old fool can send you to the Tajikistan expedition. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to them coming back and telling us all about it. And you will be able to watch it here on the track. Okay, what else have I got to say? Nothing unless you're listening, are you, Mr. McCrinnan? Because if you're there, Mr. McCrinnan, I'm going to be back on Saturday and we're going to be continuing to talk about the recent saga of the Berlin Lioness. And this time we're going to be talking with Dr. Daren Naish. And I'll be back the Wednesday after and it's going to be a book review. So assuming that you're there to see it and I'm there doing all the stuff I normally do, the live chat and the just hanging around talking to everybody and being jolly, I'll be seeing you. No, try it again. I'll be seeing you. I always get the wrong finger.